Hola, hola. We are in Arizona. Couldn't handle that snow, so we gotta go. Send me to Arizona where it's nice and dry. We'll probably end up with snow. Pause. There was a rainbow over here, but I hope it's still there. It was really bright, but then it started to dim. Just the way the light is, of course. Right there to the left a bit. There it is to the right, in between them poles. So zoom in. And I hate this anti-roll hill assist feature on these trucks. Absolutely flipping drives me crazy. It never wants to release unless you sit there for 10 seconds. Then it'll release. We got work to do. We ain't got time for that. Like I said, I think I said it in one of my other videos that I suppose it's all right if you're a trainee in a manual transmission, but I've been driving for 100 years. Well, not quite that long, 99. Here comes a state trooper. Another beautiful day in the neighborhood. '61 balmy degrees out. I was wondering what was rattling up here. It was my magnifying glass. We don't need this sound so much anymore. So yeah, that one video I just posted before this one, Dangerous Highway, I got snow all the way to Lubbock, near Lubbock, Texas. It was coming out of Amarillo. They were sliding all over the place, where people had a rough time of it. But they're not used to it, of course, and they don't probably don't have the tires and stuff for it. There's a nice bright rainbow. I don't know if we can get a close-up of it or not. Get the light just right. She shined pretty good. It's possible that we could get snow headed back to Colorado. We are going to be, I don't know why it doesn't look right. It's on the wrong setting. Yeah, we're heading to San Bernardino right now. We're gonna head to our yard over there by the airport, and then we will head to Greeley, Colorado from there. So up and over I-70 and Vail Pass, Eisenhower Hill. So I heard that they were supposed to get weather in Colorado this weekend. Tomorrow is Friday. Today's Thursday. My time came back at 7:20 this morning, and it is now 10:55 a.m. We just started. But we did it for a reason. Like I text them. Am I delivering this? Which it delivers tomorrow at Vandenberg Air Force Base. If I'm not delivering it, then I assume you have another load going back to Colorado, hopefully. And I need to know what time it picks up. They're preloaded trailers. So he goes, yeah, I'd take it to the yard. So then I asked him the big question, when does the next one leave? He says, 1700, 5 o'clock. And I'm like, well, usually that's 1800, 6 o'clock. But they are early. I didn't want to start this morning, get there, and sit around for 2 or 3 hours, eating up my clock, my 14-hour, and then finally get in my trailer and not being able to go very far. I want to maximize my hours. So we're going to be there pretty close to the 5 o'clock mark. We'll be there before that. Then we got time if it takes them till 6 o'clock. About an hour and a half, maybe a little over an hour wait, which is fine because I have 2 hours and 45 minutes left of my 11 plus 2:45, my 14-hour clock. So anyway, that's what it's planned that way. It's one thing you have to do is think about your clock and your day. This, of course, is Highway 10. We are westbound. East of Tucson. I could have made it there last night to the Triple T. I like that old truck stop. But there was something going on the highway. So they shut us down for about 15, maybe 20 miles on the side roads that were like old Route 66 highway that wasn't repaired since 66. And it was pretty rough and brutal, but it slowed me down. So I ended up being 10 minutes short of the Triple T there outside of Tucson. So we just shut it down there in Benson, AZ. Love's Truck Stop has that whole intersection cornered, if you will. Got a lot of parking there finally. They used to barely have hardly any at all. Now they got acreage for parking. Exit 302 on the 10. '54 balmy. nice to see the desert in its winter wonderland. You got to watch out for flash floods and this stuff out here anyway. I think the freeway is probably pretty safe, but you get on them side roads and you know, wall of water coming out of the mountain. So I was talking to my son before I started the day out, my oldest one, and I'm like, give me a quote on replacing the bushings and the leaf springs, the rear leaf springs and the bushings on the Jeep. I just want to get it all nice and new and solid under there. It does fine, but there's a little bit of a clink when I turn sometimes. So I'm like, you know what, just go in there and I'll look, just give me a price, and then I'll look at the bushings, and if they look like they need to be replaced, I'll replace them. Well, I'll have him do it. And I told him, you can keep the Jeep. And I'm like, well, no, you know what I mean. You keep it with you, because we still have the V. You guys probably haven't seen the Jeep. Here, I'll show you right here. I made something a while back and just never posted it. It wasn't too long ago. Probably a couple, 3 weeks. I was going to put it in a video with drone footage, but ended up the format between the two cameras is obviously different cameras. When I meshed them up together in editing, they got the black lines on the tops and the bottom. So I had to reset my camera on my phone to match the drone. But it's lower quality on my camera. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but here it is right here. So there's the Jeep. Changed the headlights. Cool little truck. The first video was done in a different format, so I had to redo another one. I gotta give it a bath too. Anyway, there it is. I like it when the weather's like this. Of course, I like bad weather, but so yeah, that's the little blue Jeep. Pretty clean. I'm still having that debate with my son on what I'm going to do with the keep it stock or do a little lift kit on it, make it a little bit more off-roaded. But they're worth more money in that stock state that it's in now. So I don't know. But one thing, I want to get everything good on it, so we'll go through, fix it up a bit. The V, as you can see, is a little dirty. Oh, but the weight that we have on right now, when I picked it up, the BOL said, well, not the BOL, my computer work said that it was 42,000 pounds. And I'm like, nice. set it and forget it. But, and I had 2 pickup numbers, and so I told the gal, I'm like, she came out, gave my paperwork, and then she goes, pull forward and put a seal on the back. I'm like, you got it. So I pull forward and I look in the trailer because they told me to leave the straps. I want to make sure they strapped it good, everything's good. You have to look in your load. You're the one hauling it. You got to know what it looks like back there. But anyway, it was only like half a trailer. And I go, that's 42,000 pounds? She goes, I don't know, let me look. She looks at the paperwork, it was like 10,000. I'm like, oh, my computer said 42,000. And she goes, yeah, no, that's all. I go, you know, there was another number. She goes, I just have this one. I go, let's double check this. I don't want to leave the half a trailer. Come in to find out that the other number didn't get recognized and loaded in conjunction with it, if that was the case. Anyway, she looked and I go, well, here's that other number. It's right next to this one. She goes, yeah, no, that doesn't have anything to do with us. That's all this is. I go, it's going to Vandenberg Air Force Base. Yep. I'm like, okay. So it's always good to double check everything, but my initial thing was nice, you know, because it can get windy out here. 10,000 pounds is, it's on the line. In Wyoming, 20,000 and lighter is the shutdown point, which they go a little more because people get blown over. Those winds are pretty strong up there. They're strong here too, of course, but they have a lot of them blown over, so I assume they just rate it harder. In other words, 20,000 and under instead of like 15 and under. Now, when you're light like this in the wintertime, you just have to be, you know, cautious and think. If it's really windy, pull it over and stop, you know. Of course, it depends which way the wind's blowing, and if you're on a dry road, a snow road, it'll just blow it off the highway, and then you keep going forward. It'll snap back behind you. It's like a fish going up the stream. I've done that before. Never filmed it. I've done it a couple times. Well, one time for sure it was like that, but I should have filmed it. But that was before I really started filming. Look at this guy. Instead of building a speed up, he's just going to turn hard left. Look at that. Like, go down the shoulder a little bit. Get your speed up a little bit more and then merge over. I've seen guys literally come to a complete stop, don't even roll forward, just automatically turn hard left. Like they're getting into the runway and getting ready to take off. At least he was rolling when he merged in. So yeah, I told him, you can keep it, but I go, you know, just for a little bit. He goes, I knew what you meant. I told him, I was thinking about selling those wheels and tires now that I bought the Jeep. I got $3,500 in tires and wheels that somebody might be interested in. They're brand new practically. Pirelli tires, winter tires, and the wheels only had 4,000 miles on them. But, well, more than that, because I drove that. Anyway, I go, you know, I was thinking about selling those wheels, but maybe I'll hold out, because if you have the Jeep for a while and I still need to drive and it's snow, at least I have the tires to do it, because the Pirellis that are on the car right now, not the Pirellis, the Super Sports on the V, they're performance tires. If you put them on snow, you might as well just have like a plastic sled going down the hill. Because they absolutely, I don't care what anybody says, those tires do not go on the snow. You cannot get any traction whatsoever. Maybe 1% out of 100%. You might get 1%, 2% traction. And that's at idle. No gas, trying to go forward. You give it gas, it's over with. So I don't know, I'll keep it for a while, get the Jeep fixed up a little bit better, just go through it, have them go through everything, find out. I think everything's good on it, but just want to make sure. So we drove from Albuquerque to Socorro, Texas, which is southeast of El Paso. Cracked me up. I'm not good at reading reviews a lot. I don't do that a lot. I try to. But I caught one, I think it was on his last video, someone was saying, or maybe it was the one before, I don't even remember. You know, because I speak Spanish and I was raised by my stepfather who's Mexican, you know, so I like to go to Mexico and go fishing. I love the food. I love a lot of things about Mexico, but I'm blonde-haired, blue-eyed. Of course, my hair is changing as I'm getting older, but I've always been blonde-haired, blue-eyed. You know, so this guy makes a comment like, "Yeah, just go ahead and move to Mexico and leave the States here for us patriots." I'm thinking, dude, ain't nobody more patriotic than me. Well, I can't say that, but it cracks me up when some people think that way still, you know. It's like I'm prejudiced against the person's ideas, I think, than skin color. You know, you got white trash who don't want to do anything and sit on their butt and get everything for free. And then you have people who are white that go out and work for a living. You have that in every race. And I'm for the person who goes out and works. I am not for the person who sits on their butt and gets things for free. That's a big problem. On that flatbed, they just went past us in the eastbound lanes. Yeah, I'm all the party and work for it. You know? If you want something, work for it. You know, when I did a video a long time, I think I was up in South Dakota, when I was like, man, I want this V, but I didn't know if I could really afford it, but I wanted it. I knew I wanted it. And I just kept telling them, give me more miles, give me more miles. And one day, there it was. We're slowing down here. See that? It just automatically goes into Mexican overdrive. We're in it right now. I think everybody's just trying to get around this overloaded truck. We've got a lot going on here, so we'll see you in a bit. Here's the culprit.
18 out times 2.
You got a lot of axles on that truck trailer combo. 3, 6, 9, 13 axles. Don't want to be going over bridges in San Francisco with that. They would pay you. You'd be paying out the yin. Cotton gin right there in front of us. Anyway, see you in a bit. I had to talk to the DMV up in Hot Sulphur and find out if I needed to make an appointment for the registration on the Jeep. And she goes, no, we just ask that you wear a mask. I'm like, all right, I can deal with that. So then I go, I paid cash for the car, so I asked for the title, and he said, it doesn't work that way. I've never bought a car cash from a dealer. But she goes, no, they send it to you. So my friend Amy, she grabs my mail, and then she gets hers. And I just get it from her, because I don't get up as often. I get up every week or every other week. I usually get up about once. Well, 2 to 3 times a month. It just depends. But I gave her a call. She's like, can you look and see if you have any paperwork in my mail from an auto dealer? And she does have it. I'm like, nice. So I'll try to get my car, get plates on it probably next week. No, it'll be the week after that. Because the temporary registration expired on the 9th, yesterday. I ain't too worried about it. If it's snowing, I'll take the Jeep. If it's not snowing, it's not gonna snow, and I'll take the V. I haven't changed the tires on it for winter. I might do it if there's a possibility of snow, because you definitely don't want to get caught without snow tires in that car anyway. Not with the Michelin Super Sports. They are not at all good. Got to judge the timing of this stuff. I got this truck passing me and one coming up fast behind me, and this guy going slow in my lane on the right, so we got to do the timing here. Yeah, his lights are bright. I got caught in a couple of these scenarios where the slow truck is in this lane, everybody's passing in the right lane, which if you get passed on the right, you're in the wrong. He's over far enough. I got into California, it says strong winds ahead. We're only 10,000 pounds. But you could see by the smoke on the horizon. I don't know if that's just smog, dust, or whatever. If it was windy, it'd be crystal clear. So I think we'll be okay. I know the Santa Ana winds, they come from the east. Like trucks on the 15 are always being blown over. It's like that stretch right there at the base of the foothills. That's when you can see for miles and miles in California when the Santa Anas blow. I don't really know how they got that name, the Santa Anas. That's a city in the LA suburb. Maybe because it blows towards that city? I don't know. Maybe I'll do a Google search on it one of these days. Nope, don't do that. I wonder why this guy put his blinker on and then turned it off. Hey, alfalfa. Sheriff. Motorcycle cop. So when I bought the car, my V, I told my son, my oldest one, I go, you know, they only built this, it's version 3, and they only built it for 4 years, and they're never going to do it again. That's why I got to get this car. Not to mention the whole main reason is because I absolutely love it, but it was about, I told him, I go, I think it's going to be worth, it's going to definitely become a classic, collectible, highly valued collectible when it reaches its time. I don't think I'll see it, but the kids will. This car here is one that I'm pretty sure will stay in the family after I leave this planet for whatever's next. But I was reading an article today on the break, how those cars are faring against the brand new one, the CT6 Blackwing, and the prices are about the same. Which for a 2-year-old car being a Cadillac, which depreciates really fast, is pretty good deal. Coachella Classics. Well, I think we'll end this video here, kind of a short one. I apologize, I forgot that I was filming earlier. Like I said, I had to make a few phone calls. You know, like, I talked to my daughter, I go, you need to go get the red, because I helped her get a Kia Optima in 2015. And it's got temporary plates on it still. And I go, you need to, it's still good, valid, but I go, you need to get your plates. I need to know in case you need help. I'll help you out with it. So she called last Monday and said, yeah, they just said, just come on down. No appointment necessary. So she goes down today because she had babysit the last 2 days. They told her she needed an appointment. And then they told her, you should have called us here. She goes, that's who I thought I was talking to. Anyway, I talked to the DMV up in Hot Sulphur Springs, Colorado, about 10 miles from Granby. And she told me that, and they're in condition red right now in that county, meaning a lot of stuff is shut down. But she said that the DMV is open, registration. We ask you to wear a mask. I'm like, that's cool. Just want to make sure that I don't want to go up there and then you tell me I have to make an appointment. She goes, well, it could change, so just check our website. We'll post it, check the paper, put it in the paper, which is cool. We got a nice local little paper. I can check that online. skyhighnews.com, HIGH. It's a local newspaper, a local yokel. But anyway, so we'll end this video here. Or maybe right up here. Or maybe down the street a little bit more. Anyway, thanks again for riding shotgun with Mountain Man Mike. Hope you enjoy. Till the next time, peace! See ya!